Hello, hello! Hi, and welcome to Some Other Heroes. It is Wednesday, it's the Some Other Heroes Day. Come and hang out with these wonderful queer dungeoneers playing a homebrewed version of Dungeons & Dragons set in the world of floating islands and skyships and strange magics and deep mysteries. My name is Chris, I use he, him. I have the absolute honour and joy of being the games master and just creator of the world and stuff, no big
deal,
no
just
big
God, essentially.
Speaking of, with me are my four regular, wonderful friends, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves. And I am going to start with, Wayne today.
Wayne?
Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, as are those of my dragonborn bard / paladin called Rock, who I shall be attempting to play with today.
Wonderful. And next we're gonna go Charlie.
C'est moi. Hello, I'm Charlie. I use she, her pronouns, as does Aisling, my sore warlock chaos satyr, who's slightly more sore than war at the moment.
Wonderful. Next, Theo.
That's me. Hello. My name's Theo, and I use they them pronouns, and I'll be playing Eugene, the full elf, still full wizard.
Wonderful. There was a frightening second where we thought Eugene was going to take barbarian, but it didn't happen. And last but never least, Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'll be playing the even roguier rogue ranger tiefling, Skio.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Who's
Wonderful.
trying to tempt Eugene over to the rogue side.
One day.
We have eyeliner.
You have to be proficient in so many roguey things in order to use eyeliner.
Yeah. Just get Skier to do it for me.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
You're muted again, hon. Is your mic playing up again?
No, I think it's all right. I like to think that's what's in Rock's disguise kit. It's just like
Just
eyeliner and a little bit of sparkly stuff. That's about it.
Some pressed powder.
I just like to think that basically it's just a load of stuff that he stuffed in his bag when he left the Carnival of Curiosities.
Yeah. It's all like classy shit.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sets of like classy falsies in there, nothing ostentatious.
Wonderful.
Oh,
And a
yeah,
clown
totally.
wig that he really doesn't like, but he's embarrassed to bring out to throw away. Before we start, we have a tiny piece of admin. We are an LGBTQIA plus safe space. We are also a safe space for any marginalised folks, irrespective of their backgrounds, their colour, or their religious beliefs. The only thing we do not like is disrespecting other individuals or mistreatment of our wonderful community. We do not put up with homophobia, we do not put up with transphobia, and we do not put up with racism or misogyny. To aid us with that,
Prick.
yeah, basically, choose kindness. You're here. Choose kindness. It's easy.
What's up? No Tess, no Tories, fuck Trump.
Exactly. To help us with this, we have two amazing mods who just keep the chat clean and keep an eye on things whilst we are busy in the middle of our game. They
Swearing's cool though. By
Swearing-
clean we mean.
Yeah, I think clean is misleading because
Otherwise, I would have. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to talk.
Charlie and I would have to leave now.
Yeah, we'd have to go.
well, we are also an adult stream played by adults, allegedly. So please swear. We do swear. But with us, we do have two amazing mods. Bespectacled Man, who is Nikki, and Hedgehog UK, the wonderful Hedge. They are just in chat in case anything horrible comes up and we miss it in the middle of the flow. Generally speaking, these wonderful ninjas are on it as well. just keeping it safe. But if you do see anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or you are concerned about, please do drop them a whisper and they will have a closer look at it. Cool. Yes, Nikki is now known as Just in Chat. Yeah, that's it. Just be nice, be kind. There's not enough kindness in the world at the moment, and we just need a little bit more of it. Cool. I think this week I would like to shout out the wonderful Natural 30s. They had a break last week, but they are generally every Sunday at about 9:30 a.m. GMT time. You can catch them live on Twitch. Josie Poser has created a wonderful world full of very, very interesting politics and a very unique take on magic and how it can leave you outside as a pariah. Plus, all the artwork is created by not only our wonderful friend G, but our very own Michelle. So it's beautiful to watch as well. Pop past. Have a chat to them. They are Natural 30s. Wonderful, wonderful people. With that, I don't think I have anything else I need to shout out. Is there anything else that anybody else would like to shout out? Good? No? Good? The class is quiet.
Yeah,
That's good. Good. Okay.
We're very well behaved. It's a good Christian class.
With that, I think I'm going to drop the titles. Back, and that just leaves for me to say, previously on Some Other Heroes, our friends are in the land of dust and shadow, having saved Aisling from a fate possibly of death, and also her patron Alabaster. They have journeyed there to make the last bit of changes and free their friend from what was ailing him. In doing so, they completed enough of Aisling's puzzle box to return power to the entity known as the Alabaster Guardian.
That was fucking sickening. So cool.
A big digivolve later. And Alabaster revealed that he was not only the Alabaster Guardian, but the reborn entity of the Chained God, the eternal guardian of the land of dust and shadows, the eye of the world, and servant of Erebus. A little bit of showing off, a little bit of colour coming back to these lands, and Alabaster decided it was time to announce his intention to the other 12 seats, those high gods who are supposed to protect the scattered lands in the world of Erebus. Taking his friends with him, he has called a court, and for the first time in 1,000 years, all 13 gods stand in the same room with our friends, just there to watch, probably.
Big creeps.
However, before we
Looking
get-
respectfully.
looking respectfully, yes.
Okay, I'm being a creep.
I'm hiding behind the nearest throne.
Before we dive back into that meeting, our eyes are cast back to the material plane, where a small, dark shadow darts through the sky, through cloud, and across island. Feathered but shadowy, it moves at speed, carrying something important. It thinks it's locked on to its target, and then suddenly, they're gone again. Confused and frustrated, for this is the 4th time that they have failed to reach their destination, this mystical bird sits on the perch and thinks about what to do next, waiting for their target to return. Back in the land of dust and shadows, or maybe we should call it something more now, the eye of the world, the heart of Erevis itself. In an ancient temple, the very first temple of the 13 seats, 12 divine entities are gathered for the first time in 1,000 years, called forth by a reborn creature that they are not entirely sure what it means yet. Standing with them are 4 mortals known to some of these gods, important in the coming days. The vista is full of energy and anticipation, and as our friends cast their eyes up, a large, shadowy form, taller than any mountain they have ever seen, bedecked and haloed by stars with bright eyes, looks down. And Alabaster catches their gaze. It seems that Erevis themselves has deigned to watch our meeting. Silence falls for a moment, just long enough for a dramatic pause. I have called you here because the age is turning and a new god sits upon the Alabaster throne, born from the ashes of what came before. There's a murmur among the gods. I think where you are sitting, you can see there's a slight smirk on a couple of faces. Brother Moon definitely is unsurprised by what is happening. Neither is Sister Sun. Funnily enough, as always, Zaf leans against the throne where his god stands and smiles as well. And the lawkeeper's face remains impassive. Be that as it may, the peacekeeper steps forward, thick, muscled form, currently in gentle robes. A sword placed at one side, not used at the moment, bound as a time of peace. But who exactly are you? Alabaster turns and regards the human-looking creature. I am what was before, but only a memory. I am what is carried forth, but only the truth. You may call me the Chained King if you wish. You may call me the Horned God for what I was. Or you may call me the Alabaster Guardian for that which I have become. I mind not. But I prefer he, him, if that is okay with you all. I have called you here because you must have felt my arrival, and I figured it was best to address that before everybody gets ideas. There's a quiet murmuring again. There's a rumble at the far end. What care we? Who sits upon this throne? What good is it when your lands are beholden by our enemies? Why should we listen to this stripling that has appeared before us and declared himself a god?
Ashling's
Okay.
ready to fucking fight. How dare you?
There's a voice from the other end, clear, gentle, and calm. Careful, little worm. There was a time when you were the newest dragon on the block.
Yeah.
Sister
Sit
Sun
down.
just regards him. Oh, let's not argue in front of the mortals. It's so gouache, says the
Oh shit, Astarian's here.
the horn. Sorry, I just threw myself out. Let's not argue in front of the immortals. It's so gouache, says the master of the Golden Hall, swigging back a bottle of wine that nobody seems to have figure out where he got it from. Speaking of which, I am very interesting. It's not very often that we bring mortals with us. I mean, speakers aside, Master Regis, I would prefer if you used the title Psychopomp. Your Radiance. Of course, Psychopomp, whatever. Now, who are these little striplings? You seem slightly familiar. You have been close before, but I don't think I've had the honour. He kind of regards you. Alabaster kind of looks down to you all and just nods to say it's okay. You can talk.
Sup.
Stunning. Nothing else needed. Silence.
He's just like leaning against something.
I fucking love
Doing
it.
the bisexual lean.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that!
She's got one leg up, leaning on a statue of the gods,
Yeah.
cleaning her nails with the end of a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you're all on board.
Hello.
Hello, all of you.
Uh-huh.
I am the Reveler, or the Master of the Golden Hall, or the God of Joy, or whatever you want. You have been somewhere important to me. It lingers, your touch is there. I recognise your souls, but you're not mine.
Did we leave fingerprints on something?
Probably, I
Did
don't
we
mind.
make a mess?
Did we knock something over?
Yeah, did I break something?
there's a chuckle, and that the Mistress of the Winds says, "Trust me, darling, that is not a god who worries if you make mess."
Ah, good. Okay. Yeah, we've been all sorts of places.
Ashling's starting to do a tolerance scale for the gods now. Okay, he'll tolerate me. That's great. I think I'm going to need it there.
I'm fucking on it. Wait, who gave me the all clear? Golden
That
Hall
was-
God.
Golden
Yeah.
Hall and the Mistress of the Wind both seem to be fine.
Alright, out of
With
10.
you
You can have an 8. The wind. Okay, you can have an 8 too, because you back me up. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Chris, remind me, what is he picking up on that we've been somewhere important to him?
Yeah.
You saved one of his temple from a demon.
Oh, got it. Okay. So one of his temples he's talking about.
For Skier, that's when you helped the dancers.
It was then. It was.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That was
yeah.
his temple that you saved.
Okay.
I might
Yeah,
set it on
you're...
fire a little bit, but sure it's fine.
It's fine.
Don't mention that, Eugene.
I think it was the surrounding buildings. We're good.
Yeah, not the
That
temple.
count, yeah.
Skier leaned on something and it just fell over.
Well, names, please? You said Skia. Yes?
Yeah.
Skia instantly regrets using her real name,
Yeah.
even with the
I'm-
gods.
I'm Ashling. I helped him become all big and powerful like he is.
Yes, you have the smell of his power all over you. A
Oh,
chosen...
that
you.
stank.
That divine
that alabaster
stank.
stank.
Yeah.
Rock definitely sniggers at that comment.
A new champion, perchance? We have named her the High Cartographer, and she will be a friend.
I mean, she's not always high.
Not always.
Only when she licks Clementine.
Yeah. That's fine. That's a weekend adventure.
And your other two friends.
I'm Eugene.
A high mage, but not that kind of high.
Oh, I'm aware of the High Mages. That is
Okay.
impressive. A title well earned. And the handsome Dragonborn fellow.
Oh, stop. No, carry on. It is an honor to be before you all, mostly. But my name is Ixorak Revoricus.
A pleasure, Ixorok Ravorgus. Well, a lovely little troop of mortals you have with you, Alabaster Guardian.
Rock just quietly, very quietly whispers to probably Eugene, who's nearby, just like, oh, do you think they could sound a little more condescending?
I know they're speaking about us like we're pets.
Oh, what lovely little mortals!
And
Are
look
they
at
rescues?
the little mortals you gathered. Oh.
Oh, have you got all your jabs?
You have to look harder, or perhaps drink less, my friend, comes an even, gruff tone from behind you. That little kobold, the little silver-scaled kobold, who came in and sat on the throne, seems bigger now, more dragonborn-like. Except for you can see the peak of wings just behind his shoulder. These four mortals are among those who will shape the fate of the age to come. Ah! Oh! Oh, that's wonderful. In which case, I apologize for any offense. It was not intended, but you are fascinating.
They were
If-
pretty cool. They're quite good.
If you would tell us your goals here, Alabaster. Gentle, smooth voice sitting next to the dragon comes through, and the lawkeeper, who doesn't say much, but when they do, it's pointed and direct. Of course. Thank you so much, lawkeeper. It is good to have you here, and thank you for marking the timings of this meeting. The lawkeeper doesn't look up and has been writing this whole time. This throne has sat empty for 1,000 years, and in that time both the ways and your realms and the other realms beyond have grown to disorder. There's a couple of objections. It is not anyone's fault. It is what happens when there is not a single guidance back to our Creator. There's a murmur amongst them. I wish to rectify that. I wish to put things right. I wish for the ways and our realms all to return to the glory they were, or to something that suits this modern age and the people who survive in this world. You say this like it's easy, dear, comes a croaky woman voice, and you see a little old lady who's just kind of plucking at a seam on and darning some socks in her lap.
Oh,
As if we have not tried to keep order and balance, but we all lost much in the Great AL War. This is true, Weaver, and I thank you for your input. Her brother, who's standing behind her, a thicker-looking humanoid man with dirty fingers and the look of somebody who's toiled in the soil all his life.
oh, Rock's seen that.
Smiles.
I've seen people toil.
If you want our help, we will gladly give it, if you can prove who you are, which it seems you are. But you're asking a lot of people who have not had a lot for a long time. What he asks for is for us to do our bloody jobs, which is all we've ever supposed to do, says the thick-muscled forge keeper, who shifts and seems to become a female dwarf for a second. And it's important that we remember exactly our purpose. When we are as much beholden to our children as they are to us. Well, dear, I mean, you are living proof of that, says the Mistress of the Wind, as she watches her shift to him again. The humans and the dwarves still argue over what your true form is, and it affects you on a daily basis. I, for one, am quite happy to lend my support to the Alabaster Guardian. It cannot be worse than what we have. But, dear, you do have to understand, we will need you to clean house. The eye of the world cannot fall to the worm that devours. I am very aware of that, thank you. But yes, to that end, once this has been conducted, I will have a war council and we will plan the last removal. Once that is done, I need your word that you will dedicate to balancing this world so the mortals can do what they need to do without fear of outside forces. Is there any objections? There's a quiet, tense moment, and a couple of people look towards the Tempest. But although he rumbles and roils, he does not say anything.
Sit down.
Then, by your grace, we can work out exactly how that plan looks. And this is the point where he kind of turns and looks at you all and goes, this is going to be the long part of this meeting.
Oh,
If you do not wish to stay and hear the particulars, I will not blame you.
what are you going to talk about? Are you going to stay?
Balance of
Can you
mystical
send us
energy,
the cliff notes?
Yeah.
how we're going to fix the ways, how we're going to balance the realms, and how we're going to reconnect with the people of the scattered lands.
Oh, that
And
sounds
beyond.
like a lot of logistics.
I feel like much of that is, what is the phrase, above our pay grade.
Yeah, I might just go and like.
If I
or
could
something.
make one request, though, while I
Suddenly,
realise
13 sets of eyes, well, 14 technically, settle on you.
Well, I realise that this, as I'm thinking it through, probably goes contrary to everything I know about history and the gods. If there are decisions that are being made that would involve us having to undertake specific things, perhaps those are decisions that we could be involved in rather than having things decided for us, as we have managed to come this far.
I support my champion's position. I see no problem with it. Zaf kind of listens for a second. Huh. It seems my god also would like to put this forward. There's a veritable, shake across most of the other gods. And I think you do hear the... sorry? I've got a list in front of me.
It's alright, there's 13 of them.
Yeah.
You're doing so good right now. It's all good.
The navigator actively leans into his lover and says, "Oh my, it must be important if they are speaking up." She smiles back to him, to them, and then says, "Looks right at Skia. Yes, I think I would quite like to support that notion."
Noticed.
Just give her a wink.
Oh yeah.
Go on,
I
spin,
noticed you from
spin the
across
blades.
bar.
Yeah.
Finger guns.
She like flicks a dagger, drops it. Fuck.
No!
Eugene, get me out of here.
Somebody get me,
Teleports out.
somebody get me a chair to sit on backwards.
Brother Moon leans forward.
Fucking hilarious.
Well, I've met these individuals on a few occasions, and I believe that their position is worth listening to.
Just only if it involves, decisions being made for us.
No decisions.
Sorry, I didn't realise that would cause quite so much of a...
No decisions will be made for you, and as per our prior agreements, mortal kind will remain free to choose.
Oh, that was something that was
Good
up
to
in
know.
debate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
better.
well.
I just love every single god.
As always, as was from the beginning of the Second Age, mortals are free of the influence of gods,
Okay.
unless they choose to bask in our light.
Good, great.
Okay, thanks.
Shall we go now?
Can we go now?
Please, I will meet you outside.
Sure. Rock's just kind of bow awkwardly towards the gods and then kind of just start edging his way out.
Ashley will give Alabaster a little on the shoulders, you got this.
He just reaches down and squeezes your shoulder. You're not.
You're
again,
very big now. That's very scary.
I will. We shall attend to this. I will make sure you have refreshments and time to gather yourselves.
Hey, Alabaster, if any big dramatic arguments happen that you think would be fun, can you let me know?
Of course, dear.
I don't want to miss it. These lot look like messy bitches. I don't want to miss any of that.
In all your heads, you hear, "I have money with Brother Moon right now that the Tempest is going to have a shot at the Navigator before the end of this meeting."
Okay, don't let us miss that. Don't let us miss it.
Let us know if that kicks off.
Okay, love you. Bye. Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Yeah. Oh.
See ya up. And then we'll
You
go.
hear the Mistress of the Wind goes, "See, they're an absolute delight. The most mortals you could have found. Perfect."
Yeah, baby.
Don't know how I feel
Proficient
about
in
that.
mortality.
Yeah.
You guys go to step outside and back outside the outer edge of the ruins, and a hand pulls back as if it's like a curtain, and standing beyond is a smaller version of Alabaster. See, I told you I'd meet you outside.
Ooh.
Okay.
What
It's my realm.
is-
I can bend certain rules now.
Fair.
How
I mean,
small-
who's going to argue with you?
Are we talking person or chihuahua?
Person size.
Okay, damn it. Okay.
But could you be chihuahua size?
Could you
Why
be
would I be
in
chihuahua
pocket?
size?
Well, why not?
It'd be adorable.
You could sit in Ashling's hands.
Oh, yeah.
On her horns.
Ah!
Oh my god, between her horns, that'd be amazing.
He's so cute. You could be like my one evil conscience. I don't have a good one.
But I gave him percussion for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, percussion just kind of suddenly makes themselves visible on the top
Hello.
of Ashling's head.
Oh yeah, sorry. Space between the horns is taken. And that's not something I say often about Ashling.
Right.
Zing.
I think you all deserve a drink. And I think Bridget would like to have a chat with me. And he kind of starts walking back towards the camp. And you
Wait,
notice
does this mean you
Supposed
can
to
get,
be in there. Or
I
are
am
you
in
get
there.
like...
Oh, so you can
big
literally do
boring
both of these
meeting.
at once?
yes, I'm
You
multitasking.
can do boring meeting and have another boring meeting at the same time.
I can
Yeah.
have 2 boring meetings and hang out with you at the same time.
Oh. Okay, that's kind of cool.
But only in this realm. I can't do it outside this realm. That gets weird.
Gotcha.
That's fine.
So, first off, I don't think I've said it properly. Thank you, all of you, for working so hard to save Aisling and save me. It is
You're welcome.
a god doesn't consider themselves having friends, but to have them is very humbling, and I appreciate all of you.
Can I ask you a very sort of frank question?
Mm-hmm.
What if we hadn't? Would you have died?
Yes.
Would you have ceased to exist? Does that happen to a god?
Yes. Okay, so this is how it was working. I had died. If a god dies in the material plane, they die. That is the rule of this world. In our own realms, we are nigh indestructible. But the element of me that was sent back here wasn't complete. Wasn't enough to get a foothold. I had been rebuilding myself as Aisling had grown stronger, but I wasn't enough. So what arrived grew weaker and fractured and was returning to the point at which it started, that of death.
And just another clarification. You really didn't know who you were until...
No.
Or you were just lying to us all that time?
No, I really didn't know. I really assumed that I was something else. It was a big mystery to me, and I think that
Well, we just
was...
thought you were like a random little demon that I picked up.
That
I mean,
would be fair.
some of us-
I acted like
anyway.
a random little demon.
I mean, I'm just trying to get things kind of,
I mean, it's confusing
Clear.
as heck, to be fair. But yes, I did not know who I was. I think that was purposeful to protect me as I grew back into who I was. Because if Aisling or I had been able to walk around going, "Hey, I'm the chained god. I'm the horned king. Hey, look at me," my enemies would have been on us so quickly.
Oh, yeah. that's a
So,
good point.
I
And
think
they already were on us pretty quickly.
quite a lot, yes.
just while we're throwing things out there, we know for a fact that some of the bad guys, for lack of a better term, have been actively pursuing the puzzle box and Aisling because of it. Does that mean they knew?
I don't know, and until I get my hands on one of them, I can't really say. Oh, wait.
Oh, we'll get you one.
I mean, you're a god now. Surely you could just pick one up
Oh,
or something.
This might be a bit uncomfortable for a second. I'm
No,
just
don't
going
try it on
to...
me.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just going to ask Cotton. What? He works for me now.
I mean, he's not much of a conversationalist, even the last time we saw him.
That's even before he died, yes, I suppose. Hang on. He just seems to away. No, Cotton doesn't know, but above his pay grade, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But I would be interested to find out what they know.
I have a question.
Of course.
How exactly did you die?
I expended more energy than I had within my form or I could access from my realm on a spell
Doing
to
what?
save you all.
Do you mean the actual sort of sundering of the scattered lands?
The accidental sundering.
Right. Well, we know the story of you being you offering or trying to help when the spell was not succeeding. So that literally killed you?
I pushed what life force I had into grabbing every soul within reach and depositing them within the Sky Shield to be returned once it was settled.
I mean, that seems like a pretty big deal. Why is it that no one knows what happened to you?
Mortals forget quickly. It is your blessing and your curse. Your lives, even the elves, move at such a speed that you cannot hold on to everything. So it is my thought you must have just moved on without me.
Well, also, wasn't that not a kind of planned thing? That was a last-minute thing. So maybe that's why people didn't actually know what had happened in those last few moments. I mean, we only learnt about it recently, didn't we?
Yes. And your world has been in chaos for a long time. I mean, only this recent 300 years have you had stability and calm, from what I understand. The first 200 or 300 years were bedlam, as people fought for resources and control and to figure out what this new world meant. The amount you must have lost during that time must be astounding. But yes, but even before the Ascension, my church was small and necessary. I do not gather worshippers like the other gods. It is not my role to be worshipped. It is my role to guide and protect.
You don't feel left out, though?
Not really, no. Those I do have are
Okay.
quite special. They kind of...
It says.
Well, it's your
talking
parents
about
as well.
us.
He's talking about your parents too.
Yeah! You
Yes.
helped them out, and you helped me out.
I didn't even
Well,
know what
one
I
of
was
them
doing
died,
with your
which kind of
parents.
sucks, but
Yes, we need to look into that some point.
yeah.
Although there are limits to how much I can interfere with the material world.
Well, if you ever get the chance to say hi to my dad, I mean, he's a big fan. He'd probably quite like it.
But now I'm back.
If you wouldn't mind
maybe
autographing this.
I will discuss with They Who Wait if he can be moved to the realm he should have been.
What realm should he be in?
Here.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if he could, that'd be great, because he's just kind of hanging about at the moment.
Right.
If he comes here, does that mean I can say hi more often?
If you want to.
Okay, that's cool.
I do have another question. I'm really sorry if this comes across as rude. What exactly is it that you are the god of?
Ha! Technically, I'm a penitent.
What does
kind
that
of-
mean?
Claps his hands and pushes that dust in front of you. In the Second Age, before the coming of elves and before the coming of humans, this world was a paradise of beauty and primal forces, ruled over by giants and their king, the Titans. And kind of, you get pictures of these humongous forms moving across lands. Then came Mortal King. First, orcs, Graal, ogres, those people who belong in this world, born from the Titans and giants, to mark time and give perspective. Then, from beyond the borders of this realm, came the dragons. And you sort of see dragons coming, mystical, powerful, ever listening, songs of creation itself. And with them, they brought humans.
Sorry.
These humans built empires and kingdoms and grew, but they themselves had fled from an older ancient foe. Wild and capricious, the first Fae, the AL. They breached this land and tried to twist it to their own ends. This was the first AL war. And during that time, the world changed, a handful of them. One in particular, you would come to know as the Chained King. An AL who began to regret their cruelty and twisted way that they saw the world.
You're talking about yourself, right?
Kind of. As I grew into a better person, I realized there was never a way that I could truly undo the evils I had done for my own amusement. So I did what I could. I bent knee to Erebus itself and begged for a way to serve them and protect that which is beyond. In their wisdom, they chained me to the first seat. Initially, I was a prisoner. My duty was to judge among those who held the other 12 seats. And then from there, arbiter. Any sanctions of power and movement of energy. When mortal kind were first given magic, it was me the gods debated with as to the content of what that should be. When other creatures came from beyond, it was me that the worshippers pressed upon the gods to talk to. Eventually, I changed. To those who had been left behind, I became the Horned King, a god of balance, of fairness, and a guardian of magic and the realms beyond. You see, although we seem immortal and immutable, gods are not. We are very much shaped by your views and the world that you create for us as well. That is what's so special about mortals. You make us what we are, as much as we invest ourselves into your lives. It's, at its best, it's symbiotic.
Then why do so
Sometimes
many
they-
of the gods? Yes, why do so many of the gods seem to have little to no regard for humans or mortals?
Well, I mean, they forget where their power comes from.
That's pretty
that-
cool.
Sufficient, Eugene, or is there anything else I can add to that? is who I am. Again. Although this time I feel a bit more, I don't know, limber. I think it's your fault, Aisling. I think so much time in your head has definitely had a good effect on me.
A good effect.
Yes, it's given me some
Okay.
perspective that I may have lacked before I died.
Okay, that's good. I wasn't expecting that.
And it kind of sweeps as many of you up in a cuddle as you allow. I have learnt the joys of mortality again. Facing death is interesting. Makes you more appreciative of what you've got.
Oh yeah. Well,
So-
thanks for saving everyone.
Thank you
Back in the
for
day,
saving
you know.
me. So,
Yeah, it's cool.
wine for Rock and Skier, and some wonderful Fey wine for Aisling. And
Yeah, the one that pops when you have it.
Yes, I thought so. The very sweet one.
Yeah.
Eugene, will you join us with a tipple, or would you like something very fresh and tea-like?
Oh, just a tea will be fine for me.
Do you have any snacks?
Yeah, snacks.
Ooh, popping candy bread. We haven't had that for ages, have we?
No.
Perfect.
Have
I
any
will
snacks.
choose some of the best things that you have had on your journeys and make a smorgasbord of wonderful memories.
I'm just gonna. Rock's just gonna whisper to Eugene. Still won't be as good as your sisters.
It's true.
You have come back into camp, and there is it's a kind of a trestle set up with lots of people sort of kind of looking around, looking a bit perplexed as this mountain of food has appeared out of nowhere.
Sure, that's going to endear us to the people who've been here fighting and waging a war and dying
yeah.
and being bloodied, as they set up a trestle table for us to have some snacks in a nice little tent.
With a little velvet
Yeah, didn't the
rope
last
around
time
it,
we
it's
come
just
here
for
they
us.
had like dust and like dusty old wine and like
Dust.
barely any rations,
Um,
and now suddenly it's like
Sure, that's gonna go down well.
because these guys are back.
Oh, so we did have wine. Nice.
as
Good.
you get closer, he kind of looks and goes, well, everybody, come on. You've heard this. You've been fighting so bloody hard, all of you. There's an uncertainty as they don't really know, and then kind of Bridget, who's off
It's
to one side
given
of the room.
freely. You don't have to do anything.
It's the Alabaster Guardian. You can trust him.
Uh-huh.
And there's a kind of almost a slow, gentle, kind of like relaxing around it, and everybody slowly kind of makes their way up to the tables and just grabs some food and starts talking amongst themselves and
Ashling's dual wielding plates.
to each other. And there's a gentle
Skier's just
energy
dual wielding.
of revelry sort of starts building around the camp. And songs start up here and there. Old songs that haven't been heard in the scattered lands for hundreds of years. New songs forged just from the experience around them. Songs about victory, songs about return of great people, of heroes and lost and heroes found. And amongst it all, Alabaster sits with his 4 friends, gently saying thank you to people who come up and talk to him, but always lending an ear to anything the 4 of you have to say or ask.
He's got to, get it in between Aisling being like, and do you remember that one time that we did this? And then you played fetch with me the first time that we met because I was a big T-Rex and you were like enormous. And then that other time that you did this, and then she's just pretty much going on like that.
I remember all of it. And I think some of it will shape the world that comes forward.
Hopefully the good bits.
Playing fetch with a T-Rex.
Very important to world building,
It was
you know.
very
God.
poignant.
Do you want me to make you large so you can play fetch with her like that? Eugene. Oh, I'm sure you could do it yourself if you wish.
Yeah, I'm okay with the size that I am.
I'm good.
That'll be
Actually-
painted on cathedral ceilings, that.
Goody.
I will work on it with the faith in the model. I'll send them some dreams.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Speaking of, is there anybody you need to talk to in the material plane? Any of our allies or friends that we should engage with and let them know what's going on? I can try and talk to them. See if they're willing to join us for a little bit.
All my friends are here.
Skio says same, and then just looks at Eugene.
Oh, yes!
Eugene like smiles and sort of blushes a little bit, I think.
Oh, Eugene.
So cute.
I mean, do we need to involve... Well, I don't know. I mean, what exactly are we discussing? Do we need to have anybody else here? Is there...
But could we also just pull someone here and like really like shit up their day?
Surprise, bitch!
I would love to. I think some of them are protected by... Oh, hang on. Yeah, we... Sorry, hang on 1 second. Yes, okay. Apparently we've just gone to talking about the worm that devours and the other dark gods. That's going to go fun.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Which is timely.
Eugene, what
because-
if you pulled Gree over here? You fucking flip.
Oh, I'd like that. If you'd like that.
He's probably busy. So you could just bring anyone here.
They wouldn't physically be here. I would reach out and see if they had the time to attend in spirit, as it were, for conversation and catch up. It's a good opportunity for us to touch with any allies that we may want to.
Well, I mean, the only people I can think of really... Well, actually, there are a few people. There's Rebecca, as she has, kind of control or authority over quite a large number of people, and she's very well connected. There's Eugene's mother,
Oh, yes.
and father, I suppose. And
Oh yeah, he's cool.
I mean, and there's my sister, but I'm, like I say, I'm not entirely sure what we're bringing them here for.
If you have this is just an opportunity to catch them in a place.
And to
Because
show
I know how
off.
scattered you are. And yeah, absolutely, so I can show off a little bit. But to let them know that they have an ally here, without having to use spells or arrange
I think-
things.
Well, I think, well, I can only speak for myself, but I think I would like to actually see Rebecca and speak with her in person. And the same goes for my sister. So I think perhaps we'll just wait unless it's urgent that we inform them right now.
Fair. I am literally just offering my services if you require them, but I understand these conversations are better in person.
No, thanks
Well.
though.
Anytime. Anytime you're here, I will try and offer those sorts of abilities I can. And you must come back and visit whenever you are able. You are always
Well,
welcome
yeah,
here.
I'm still not used to you not being in my head all the time.
Well, although I have to be a little more careful about the rules, if you talk to percussion there, I will hear what you are saying
Really?
all the time.
That's very cool.
Percussion is tapping on your horns, just leans forward and grins.
Can I reach up for a tiny high five?
And same goes with Clementine. I can still do that if you wish as well.
Oh, it's well creepy when you did that. I love it.
Oh yeah, I was very impressed. I'm very surprised you didn't do it in the common areas.
What,
Yeah.
do you mean like at breakfast, maybe?
Yeah, breakfast would have been funny.
Yeah.
No, I got told off for doing that with a goat, so I can't do that anymore.
Oh, I missed the thing with the goat. Oh. That must have been fun.
Oh, another thing. I forgot. And she's gonna smack fucking Alabaster on the arm. How dare you lie about not being, but being okay, and you weren't okay.
Fair. I would totally do it again, though.
It's very rude.
In my defense, I was trying to protect you.
Yeah, but...
And you have every right to be frustrated with me, and I will never tell you you don't.
What a
but
brilliantly
yes,
argued point.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Great retort.
I'm not the fucking bard here.
I just wanted to make sure that if a choice was made, it was the right one.
Fine. But it got me all worried. It was
Yes,
scary.
that's fair. I mean, I was very
And I
worried.
wouldn't have tried to use your energy if I knew that it was using it up.
I mean, to start with, I didn't know. It's just when... Incidentally, Eugene, am I all right to curse your great-grandfather?
Yes.
Why are you asking me?
No, I mean, it's a family thing. I don't want to tread on any toes if you have a personal stake in seeing that old codger.
He's a twat.
Yeah, I hate the man.
Cool. He's
Do it.
going to
Make it a
have
juicy
the
one.
worst. Well, I'm limited to how much I can reach in his realm, but I'm certain I can disrupt something.
Make sure he's got a bit of like crap in his eye all the time.
Make him step on a Lego.
I'm going
Every
Yeah.
morning when he wakes up.
Yeah.
Every
I'm going to make
morning.
it so that each side of his pillow is just above lukewarm
Yeah, and a bit damp.
and a bit.
Yeah. Just do all the little things and drive him completely fucking mental.
Well, I think he's well on his way.
Well, if you manage to fix the shield as much as you can, you will never have to engage that man again. I'm fairly certain. He can live out the rest of his existence far, far away from the rest of us.
Actually, I do have another question.
Go, fire it.
So, from what we have known of our history, the scattered lands were obviously created to escape the AL
Yes.
and save the world from them.
Yes.
And the shield was put up to protect us. But things have been a little unclear on what was underneath the shield, and for most people there seemed to be an assumption that there was nothing left. Except we've been there recently.
Oh yeah. We did kind of do that.
And from what Aisling described, it felt like there was still something there.
In terms of the AL or people?
No,
We didn't see
definitely
any.
felt like a sort of AL type evil presence.
Yeah, there was something really spooky in the woods.
I'm limited on what I know because my experience is what happened before the Scattered Lands and my existence since coming back. I would imagine that the AL are there, but I think they will be struggling now. And the reason being, if you think yourself a god and you stand in the material plane, the rules laid out by Erevis mean you are very, very killable.
But it's been like 1,000 years.
1,000 years, a god with no worshippers.
I mean, if it's still alive in any way, that doesn't bode well.
No.
Is this something we need to be concerned about? As in, it's
Always.
still a threat? Because people seem to have kind of assumed that was no longer an issue.
With the Sky Shield, why would you consider yourself otherwise? But we need to investigate that. In fact,
So it's not just about us all plummeting to our death. It's also about plummeting to our death to a land still filled with the AL. Great, super.
I have it on. Hang on. Let me ask the question. I have a room full of gods. If any of their worshippers survived on the surface, they would know and feel them still there.
Also, can they like deal with it? Like the AL? No, we're kind of busy. And they're just kind of chatting. I mean, it's an important meeting, I'm sure.
I mean, they seem to imply
Yeah,
that
there must be.
they're
must
all
be
kind of
some other
powerful.
areas that could deal with it, right?
Yeah. The Tempest seems like he's got a lot of frustration he could let get out.
Send him down with the hammer.
Yeah.
Interesting. They have worshippers on the surface. There are people
Still?
down there who survived.
What? Just regular people?
They don't know all the ins and outs, but it seems that the AL spread so far and then stopped.
Why?
We don't know.
Ugh.
But they
I'm
haven't.
sorry I asked the question now.
No, it's a good question. It's an important question. But you have
Maybe for later.
relatives on the surface, as it were.
Relatives.
Well, not blood relatives, but you have
Okay.
other descendants from.
Your second
Ralph.
cousin Ralph is there.
Oh, Ralph.
They left him behind.
In
He's a bit of a
fact,
twat, so.
he kind of just pushes his hands forward for a second. Just grab my hands for a second. Have a look at what's happening in the chamber. It's quite
We can
interesting.
see. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody who wants to.
Ashling does immediately.
No, yeah, go on.
He's right there, yeah.
Cool. Eugene?
Well, if everyone else is going to.
I'm not being left out.
Aww.
I just
We're
reach
talking
behind
about
and
it.
Come on.
pull him in.
As you do, Pocket bounces down from where he's been hiding in your hat, just slips down and kind of puts his hand on top of what was
He looks different and fabulous.
You're long now. Hey,
He
bud.
puts his hand. He's kind of like bows
Whoa.
and wiggles around Eugene's arm and then stops and puts his hand on
Oh,
top
it
as
is
well.
good to see him.
Oh, missed it.
Nuzzles into Eugene's fingers much quicker than that he used to as a rat. Like whole continual energy of those sorts of animals. Your eyes are drawn away and you find yourself looking through Alabaster's perspective. The gods are deep in conversation, and just beyond them are other forms, other gods who have heard what have come and are here to listen. Not the 13 high gods, the keepers of the thrones, but others in that entity. Animal totems.
The B team.
Animal totems.
It's some other gods.
Some other gods.
Oh.
Animal totems, ancient and from the primal era of mortal kind, sit cat, fox, eagle, bear. All of them dark, abstract shapes. There's a feeling deep inside your stomach. I think, Rock, you've heard stories about these. The one that you hear most about are the fox and the cat, known as the cunning trickster and the hunter in the darkness. Still worshipped in the scattered lands by many of the awakened animals, particularly around Ashur. Beyond them are tall, elegant lords and ladies in beautiful gowns and figments who make up the Fae Court of the Seelie, as near powerful as they can, you actually catch sight of Mallory standing side to side with Granny Curare, deep in discussion about what is going on. Elsewhere, there are gods you don't recognize in bright, fiery, elemental colors, almost djinn-like, primordial entities that you have not seen before. Ancient dragons who stir on the edge of where the dragon of the eastern climes are. One with 5 heads, each covered in green scales. Another, elegant, wingless, a turning serpent in the air. More and more and more. There are more gods out there, which means more worshippers and more people. It seems the AL did not win. To that point, you hear the Dragon of the Eastern Clime say, from what we know, they only went to the edge of where you stood your ground and never stretched beyond. It seems whatever happened between you and the avatar of the worm that devours harmed or killed one of them, and we think it was enough to scare them into stopping. These are not beings, as you well know, who are used to losing anything. Yes, that would make sense. And you say from those worshippers you still have left, you haven't seen anything. Nothing. The woods are dangerous and full of feral creatures and twisted fae, but they do not come out. Only if you go in and disturb them. That does present a little bit of an interest. My friends are listening, and they will want to know this as well. Do you think the Sky Shield can survive on 4 temples? There's a general look around the room, and the Lawkeeper speaks up. It cannot. The spell will hold the scattered lands. If they can complete the ritual as it is, with what remains, they will have saved themselves from a fall into the world below. But the shield will fail. What must they do to protect themselves? They must travel to the heart. The Temple of the Center, as you know, is a face for something greater. There, they may be able to rectify it, if they even want to. Brother moves it forward. It might be time for them to reconnect with those below. They could certainly do with the assistance, and the knowledge and the power of the scattered lands would certainly lend an advantage to a people who have been much maligned for 1,000 years. I'm sure that their leaders will discuss that at length. So, our friends commit themselves to correcting the ritual as best they can, and it will save the scattered lands, but it might leave something else beyond. And then there is this Dragon King who stalks in the shadow and twists the words of others, says Sister Sun. Yes, I was going to come to him. Do we have any idea who he is? He must be mortal still, for he has not appeared on any of our radar, as it were. He has not invested in a realm. which means he's still killable. And also means, unfortunately, he's still mortal problem. Until he actually ascends, we cannot put our laws on him. This is the rules that we put in place. Perhaps this time we should make an exception. And then what? Suddenly all our realms will become targets for every single spirit and creature who thinks themselves equal to us. No, the balance exists for their protection as much as for ours. Alabaster seems to think on this. That is their choice, but we must support them on whatever they do decide. If they can bring low this Dragon King, if they can defeat this foe who would be a god, if they can stop his ascension, then the Scattered Lands may well be protected. What do you mean? Can you not feel it, brother? The dragon draws on the shield. He grows fat on the magics that you left behind, which is why he seems to have been pursuing you for so long. That explains much. Thank you. Now, and he kind of pulls back his hand so the four of you kind of can come back to yourselves. And as he does so, he's kind of like just giving Pocket a scritch.
Oh,
There you go.
bloody hell.
The shape of it. Whoever this Dragon King is, we cannot see him, but he is still mortal.
So do we
Which
have
means
to
he's
kill a god
killable.
again?
Not technically a god yet. You need to stop
Okay.
someone becoming a god.
Okay, we can do that, right? I mean, we only had like an army and an entire dragon last time.
I think
Find
you've
another
gathered more
army.
allies than you give yourselves credit for.
Yeah, I think me and the twins could do it, you know.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
We'll leave you to that then. And,
Send a message when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jagger,
we'll just be
Mirren,
chilling
and
here
Skia.
next to the craft table.
Fun. I mean, maybe one dragon as well.
Just a little one.
Yeah.
Pocket dragon.
My advice is carry on with what you're doing, but gather your allies. Whatever is
And what about
whatever the
people
dragon.
on the surface? They said that we should go talk to them or reconnect with them. How the hell do we do that?
What?
First, stop your worlds, your lands falling out of the sky. Then worry
Okay.
about that. One
okay.
step at a time.
Okay,
Definitely one
Good.
step at a time.
good. Because if it was all of those things at once, that's quite difficult.
That's when the overwhelm gets you.
Okay.
So, first thing we do is sort out the Dragon King or find the temple in the middle bit.
Fix the
find
temple.
the allies.
Fix the
Find
temple.
the temple.
Fix the temples.
Fix the temples.
Gather
Okay,
your
step one.
allies. Find the Dragon King and bring him low.
Fix temples,
Step 2.
find pals.
Find pals.
Unless he's
Step
nicer than
three.
the Tempest, in which case we'll just give him the Tempest realm, okay?
Okay, okay.
Step 3.
Do a murder on Dragon Boy.
Dragon King.
No, cross that. I'll get confused with Rock. On Dragon King.
Kill. Then.
Or
No murdering me, thanks.
give Tempest's badge to him.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want
Okay,
him to
I've
be a
got it.
god? Maybe not.
No.
No. Let's not do that one. And
I'll cross it out. Okay, hold on.
okay. Step 4.
Profit?
Win.
Profit.
Profit. Okay.
Fucking nerd.
Fix temples. Okay, so fix temples. We're doing that. Where are we at with that? Eugene. Where are we
Most of them done.
Eugene,
Yeah,
update, please.
Where are we at
If
with
we could
this?
circle back to if everyone could could just look at the notion real quick.
Well, we know there's a temple in Ashur.
Yep.
Is that where we should go
And-
next?
Well, that was
The
kind of our
lawkeepers.
next plan, wasn't it?
Wait, sorry, what? The lawkeeper?
The lawkeeper said that we needed to go there.
Okay. Okay, so step 1A.
Can
So
you
there
tell
is
which of you is
also-
from a military background?
Okay.
Rooney, that's very good.
Very good, Rooney.
Ashur
Step 1, ascend to
temple.
godhood. Step 2, Step 3, prophet, spelled Prophet.
Oh yeah, I always forget that you don't see the chat in bots.
Sorry, Eugene, and what? Is there more?
Gosh, I can't remember what I was about to say.
Sorry.
The lawkeeper mentioned the temple in Ashur.
No, I was going to say there is just the other. There was another thing. The thing in the empire, the ceremony in the empire. That my
Yes, the
mother is going to check out, and my
kind of military parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go.
But we did have a discussion about this, and the general feeling was that it was not likely that anything would actually happen there. They seemed fairly convinced that it would be sort of safe, but I guess we need to decide what the priority is, really.
Also, isn't that happening like now or like so soon?
I don't know, I've lost track. Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how much time you're losing here.
Oh shit.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like stopping everything.
Anyway, before all
falling.
that, I think we're all forgetting that we actually are on our way to the beach. So that's step
Thank you.
1A.
Okay. 1A.
Okay.
A.
That's
yeah.
the preamble.
One.
Step 0.5.
A.
Actually,
beach.
that sounds like a wonderful idea. You should use that time to refresh and,
And find
Don't-
cool rocks.
yes, and just
And try not
be.
to think about the world falling out of the sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the Dragon King taking over godhood.
Sounds simple.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
We're going to need more wine.
And more beach.
Yes, that's a fair point. Kind of.
No, I didn't
Taps.
mean right now, I meant on the beach.
Oh yes, well, you know. So
Although
you can
right
take with
now
you.
as well, it's fine.
We'll
can
take
take
some of
this
that
with
fancy
you.
Fey wine.
Yeah, it's great.
To that point, we should probably go, right? We have no idea how much time we're losing here.
Oh,
No.
if
We
the
could go
gods
back to the
start
material plane and
fighting.
everything could be on fire.
How much time do you want to have passed?
What?
Fine. Oh
You
no.
can do that?
Well, yes.
Since when? Well, obviously since now. Okay, never mind.
Wrong.
No one could do it before.
Well, no, nobody was sitting on the throne. By the way, you should see me on the throne. It looks amazing.
I fucking bet. The aesthetic.
What do you do with the wings? Never mind, it's fine.
2 days.
Yours. They all fold away.
Oh, do
Yeah, how
oh,
long
I-
did Sudar say it would take to get there? Let's let that time pass. So
Yeah,
we
he
know-
said like 2 or 3.
Yeah, he said 2 or
Yeah,
3
like-
days,
okay.
yeah.
2 days. Let's go.
2 days?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Can we
And
take?
you-
Can we take some snacks from the table?
Of course you can. Help yourself.
Okay. Okay. Have
His
you got a
pockets are
bag
already
or-
full.
Incidentally, you guys are now under the effect of Hero's Feast.
Yeah.
What is that?
So, it is a spell which will give you certain benefits. In fact, everybody who has eaten from this is now currently under the effects of Hero's Feast.
It's going to be a good day in that army barracks.
You gain resistance to poison, immunity to frightened and poisoned conditions, and your hit point maximum increases for 24 hours by 2d10.
Ooh.
who would like to roll the 2d10?
Ooh. And we have to read it for everyone. Oh, I'm
Go
not
on,
doing
It's
it
for everybody,
Too much
including the
pressure.
army.
God.
Too much pressure. Ashlyn can do it.
Oh, can she? Okay. All right.
Double tens.
I'm going to use the pretty dice that you got me and the cheese dice. So if
Amazing.
it fucks up, it's technically your fault.
Thanks.
Okay. That was a 10 and a 6.
That's really good. So you all have 16 extra hit points for the next 24 hours. What I would do is I'd stick it in your temporary hit points.
I was
Yeah.
literally just doing that. For the next 24 hours.
Cool, let's
Love
go
it.
start a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be extra healthy for the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Can fight
That'll
off
protect
those
us from-
crabs.
It'll be the sunburn temporary. hit
No
points.
jellyfish will be able to sting you.
Nope.
I mean, there's still stingers.
It just won't do anything.
Or is that part of the effects of Hero's Feast?
Yeah, you no longer
Jellyfish
feel
cannot
pain.
sting you. for
It's a,
24 hours.
it's a very specific part of the description of the spell.
In the fine print.
Yeah.
I suppose also technically, I guess you'll be less likely to get sunburn.
Hell yeah. It's Heroes FPS.
SPS, right?
No, wait, that's frame rate. SPF.
SPF is what you meant, yeah.
Fucking nerd.
I will not keep you, but you should definitely return when you have a moment. I would love to see you anytime.
Can you still tell us if something dramatic and funny happens?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I don't want to miss it.
No,
'Cause
I
if drama's ever going to kick off, it's going to kick off in a room with egos that fucking big.
literally that big.
Uh-huh.
No, currently certain factors are remaining quite a calming influence.
Okay.
Although
Did
the
you
navigator
drop them all?
cannot help but poke the tempest.
Yeah, just don't let us miss anything, and yeah, we'll I suppose we'll go have a beach day. Ugh.
There is
Also, if you do have the chance to bring anyone here from the material plane, could I nominate my aunt? Because I think she'd kill me if she found out I could got her a ticket to the.
I
by
want
the
to
world and
beat
I
your
didn't.
aunt properly, so that is almost a given.
Amazing.
She's very impressive.
I mean, I really want to meet your whole family properly, Eugene. I was kind of there, but not there before, so...
Get grandpa over here immediately.
Right, okay. Rescue of the Scattered Land, holiday in the Eye of the World for the of your family, extended families.
Yeah.
I'll create them.
For the Zillman family, Aisling. Yeah, my family.
My family. Yeah.
He said your extended family, so kind of like, I think he means like Campbell, and he means like anybody that you guys want to bring.
Sweet. Toby.
And Toby, yeah.
Yep.
Right. One more thing. Aisling, the puzzle box is more powerful than it has ever been before.
Ooh.
You have unlocked a lot in there.
Don't lose it.
Ooh,
Be wary when you use it. If you open your character sheet up, you can now have a brand new version of the puzzle box,
Oh
which
my
is
lord.
Puzzle Box Awakened.
We'll just add that as a new item and get rid of the other one.
Yep, absolutely fine. It is now a +2 focus for your spells.
Ooh. Fancy.
I'm just trying to bring up D&D Beyond, which has decided it's not going to play. Bear with me 1 second.
It does that.
It does. It's logged me out of
Sometimes.
everything when I need it. Curses. Anyway. Yes.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Always log in before you start your stream, people. Okay. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. Anyway, so it is a +2. Focus for your spell casting. And... Did you find it okay? Would you like to read it out? Because it's
Yeah, I've added it in.
Cool. Would you like to read it out what else it does now?
Oh, God. Okay.
Give yourself a second, sorry.
One long rest, I can draw the knowledge of the ancient fiend. When you roll a history, arcana, or nature check and roll less than 9, you can choose instead for that roll to be a 10. You successfully hit a creature with a cantrip spell attack, you can add 1 to your next attack roll with the same cantrip, stacks to a maximum of 3.
That's nice for your blasts.
Yeah. In addition, you may sacrifice 1 spell attack from a cantrip. If you do so, the next use of that cantrip hits automatically and carries any bonus that you've stacked so far. Ooh!
That's super for
Dang.
for the blasts.
It's perfect for the blasts.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
That's so
Right.
cool.
Shall I put you on your ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
In which
Wait,
case...
hug goodbye.
Hug buys!
Okay. I missed you.
I missed you too. And let's do more of this properly.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Don't let those gods boss you about either.
fat chance. They've never met me. Not this me, anyway. Good luck. I believe in all of you. I know you're going to
We're
do
just going to the
amazing.
beach.
No. It's going to be the most amazing beach trip ever.
Yeah, good luck.
And with that, he steps back, and as he does, it feels like you are pulling away from him, and colour is bleeding even brighter, and you hear the wash of water and the plucking of gulls. You see that you are in a strange port town where you can hear lots of crying and crying about people hawking wares and shouting and moving things around, and the flags of Ashore fly above. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Nice.
Wonderful. So we'll be back about 10 minutes, about 1:45. Is that all right for everybody?
Sure.
Yep.
Amazing. Go and grab yourself something to drink, stretch your legs, and we will see you very, very shortly.
Love you, bye.
Bye! And we're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We hope you had a nice break. Grab some drinks and things. Before our break, our friends were witness to a council of the gods and had an opportunity to sit and chat with Alabaster about everything that he now knows about what's going on in the world. After some conversation, they decided it's time to head back and have returned to the material plane, where you find yourself in a strange little port town, flying the flags of Ashore, and just beyond, at the other side of the town, you see the flags of Daklan. And I think, Rock, you can roll me a history check. I don't think you've been here, but I think you've heard of it.
24.
24. As you look around, you go, this is Tomadir Trading Post.
Of course it is.
Oh, silly me.
This place is literally halfway between the royal nation of Daklan and the Thalassakori of Ashore. It is a neutral ground where trade and law are kind of held for both nations, and represents the start of the Ardir Reach, one of the most wild places in the Scatterland. A place that you have been to very briefly with two particular Aragana who wanted to show you it whilst you were in the region. Though not very far in, because most of it is very wild or protected. As you kind of appear, you watch as Oddbob and Danger come up the gangplank, followed by Akiza, who is carrying bags. As Oddbob gets to top, he smiles broadly. Oh, you're back. That's good. Good timing.
Just to check, how long have we been away?
About 2 days.
Perfect. Super.
Captain's just wrapping up some chores, just getting us some papers. We have to just declare that we are going in, because we're going into a protected area. We just have to declare our intention and stuff. But shouldn't be too long, I don't think. Danger goes, good fishing down here, if you're into that.
How exciting.
Or you can go climbing on some of the wild rocks and things. Hey, not too much information. This is supposed to be a fun surprise for them to explore with no pressure. Right, yeah, of course.
It's supposed to be a fun relaxation. That doesn't necessarily mean we want to be surprised at every turn.
Oh no, I want to be surprised at every turn.
I know Skier definitely doesn't want to be surprised at every turn, unless you all want to be stabbed at every turn.
Akiza goes, do not worry. You can relax as much as you wish, or explore as much as you want.
Fabulous. Now, have you been here before to this port?
Where we are going, we have not been. But
No, but here, where we are now.
oh, a few times.
Oh, are there any decent shops?
Small fry, mostly. What are you looking for?
Something to kill time while we wait for the captain?
I don't think he'll be too long, but there's probably some place to get some provisions and maybe some trinkets here and there. I don't think there's a magic shop as much or anything like
Oh,
that.
no.
Did they have fridge magnets?
I knew that was coming up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's just there on the corner. Ye old
it's just
fridgy, ye oldie fridge magnets.
The old fridgy magic.
Oh, thank God.
There we go.
How was your journey?
Eventful.
Good eventful?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah?
You can see,
Yeah.
Skier, I think you recognise in Akiza, this is as much as small talk as Akiza has. Like, she's a woman of action rather than So she's reaching her limit very quickly and is automatically looking at Odd Bob, the more charismatic of the two, to kind of pick up where she left off. Right, well, I guess that's enough of that. Do you guys need any food or drink or anything whilst we wait? Or
Drink.
I mean, is it like a survival weekend that we're going on? Or like, is there places to buy food?
We're just having a picnic. It's okay.
you'll be
Aisling
fine.
hides the enormous bag of food that she has, and she's like, "Yeah, we need some."
Paprika's downstairs. Why don't I get them to knock you up a stew?
A good old-fashioned beach stew.
That's what we need to throw in the bag of holding, a pot of stew.
Okay.
They kind of busy themselves with some things and leave you to your own devices. The rest of the crew start to make their way back. Most of them have got something or another. Looks like they have been trading or spending some of their own coin on some provisions that things that they were missing.
Chris, is the vibe I'm getting up like this is as much a holiday for the crew as it is for like for us?
There's a general sense of excitement. There's a palpable excitement. I think they're still going to be working, but it's going to be a DOS for them for a few days and a pleasant
Can we
experience.
give them the few days off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they still need to manage the ship, but I think as you're kind of like waiting around, particularly with Skier and Aisling, you kind of get the impression that they're going to be low man. They're not going to be expected to kind of like do too much whilst they're all looking forward to it.
Okay.
Suda is the last to return, and he comes back with a large, tall, very slender female Aragana, with a bright red crest, and very sharp, small eyes, and a round front of her face. And they are talking like old friends. As they get to the end of the gangplank, she hands him a seal, and then just grabs him for a quick hug, and then he just kind of returns it and then smiles and waves her off as she goes back. Comes back up to the gangplank. Oh, you're back. This is good. Good timing.
Who's that?
That is Selfara.
Who?
Selfara.
Silfara. Oh,
Yes.
are they new to the crew or?
They are a representative of the Aragana in this port town. They handle political matters for the Reach with both Ashur and Daklan. I don't know how much you know about this area, but it is protected and it is supposed to be neutral. Sometimes the pirates forget it. Sometimes Daklan forgets it. So this is one of the reasons this trading port exists, to make sure people remember.
Okay. What are the rules?
Be respectful. Don't bring war or violence to this place. It is sacred and beautiful.
Okay.
Skier.
Leave all of our war and violence in our rooms.
Generally, it's very safe down here, but there are some things that will take exception. You are always welcome to protect yourself, but do your best not to kill any of the creatures here, if you can help it.
Don't
I
kill.
mean, we just want to chill on the beach.
Yes, and you should be able to. I am very excited. And there is kind of like there's a palpable energy to him as well, like an older brother about to show off something important to him.
We're excited too, right?
Yeah.
We are excited, right?
Do you need anything from the port before you go? Any potions or anything like that? Are you good? It's a good place, not too expensive.
Do we need potions?
Is there a sun cream potion?
I'm getting really mixed messages about this holiday.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just this cheap place. If you want to buy potions, it's a good place to do so.
No, I think I've still got some.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm okay.
Let's hurry up and relax so we can get back to
Hurry
it.
up and
yeah?
relax so we can
Hurry
get it
up
over
and
with.
relax.
You know, my best is good. Right?
I love it.
We got the world to save, and
Ski is all about grind set.
well, the world's about to fall out of the sky.
All about
and-
not falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that it will not happen immediately. You have some time. Not all time, but
Who
some
can
time.
say, really?
Anyway, you guys deserve time. You've been working very hard. You have been all over the place, like crazy places. Anyway, get yourself settled. It is about 2 hours tops, depending on what is happening. We should be where we need to be.
We're not walking for 2 hours, are we?
No, we're flying.
Heaven
Okay,
forbid.
good. Alright, good.
And he kind of starts shouting to the crew to weigh anchor and cast off. Gets everybody moving. Even though he's kind of being serious and that, there's kind of like these light touches on like shoulders and things like that. This gentle sort of like, it's all good. Like, I'm in a good mood. You should enjoy yourself.
You don't need to fear for your life. I'm in a good mood.
Not today.
It's one of the things you can. Sudar seems to be very well liked by the crew. He's quite serious a lot of the time, but he's always very fair.
He's
But
not
I
a
think
regular
even-
captain. He's a cool captain.
But the feeling around this is like, I think even they're picking up on the fact he's in a good mood, and I think it's kind of affecting them. Even Sage has been is pleasant as you guys get yourselves sorted out. Has very
Yeah.
little to complain about, and actually seems to be pitching in more to help Fable, Felix, and Dan as
My
she
God.
goes. The ship rises and moves across and starts heading towards a bank of islands. As it kind of gets just out of range of the port, you see Akiza does walk up to the captain. Skier and Ashley, any of you can make a perception check if you want to eavesdrop on what they're saying.
Oh,
Seems to be quite a private conversation.
100%.
16.
29.
20.
Fuck.
I got a nat 20
Ooh,
Yeah.
for a 28.
28. Nice. Very nice. You got a challenge there, Skier.
Yeah, me and Eugene are both like head right next to each other. We found the right spot to hear.
Did Rock roll?
Friends eavesdrop together.
Oh.
That's what friends do.
Yeah.
You would know because you're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we're friends.
friends.
I
We
don't know
had
if
that
it is.
conversation.
We've established.
We've even got necklaces. Little magnets in them that join together.
The two halves of the little hearts are best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it says eavesdropping.
Eavesdropping. Amazing.
Except it says kind of friends, we think.
We're pretty sure.
Yeah.
This is a very big necklace.
Yeah.
Wayne, did Rock roll?
He did, but he's busy playing the flute on deck.
He tried.
Skier and Eugene, you over here, and they are trying to be very subtle. Akiza does like sidle up to Sudar and goes, "Are you sure about this? This is your people's sacred land." Sudar kind of says, "If they are risking everything to save this world, I think it's only fair they see some of the beautiful things that they are trying to save. My people will understand." And she nods. "I will defer to your judgment."
Sure, let's create an entire kind of colonial diplomatic incident. It's
Christ.
just what we need right now.
I thought we were just going to Floston Paradise.
Going to Fantasy Benidorm.
Multipass.
Multipass?
Multipass.
Multipass.
The ship comes down through some of the many, many scattered islands that make up the Adir Reach. And as they come through, you notice it gets much wetter in the air and the sound of rushing water starts to grow. And you eventually come to a set of islands where water pours continuously over rocky outreaches, coming from portals up high.
Wow, cool.
Skier, you've seen this before, this phenomenon. These are open gates to one of the many realms of water that exist beyond. But even 10 falls, where you have been many times and seen this, pales in comparison. This is a veritable ocean of waterfalls, continually flowing. Sudar smiles and looks over his shoulder. I would like to introduce you all to the Blue Cloud Sea.
Whoa.
Well, it's very beautiful.
You notice that the talisman he has in one hand is glowing ever so slightly. Hold on to your hats. If you do not want to get wet, I suggest you hide your heads somewhere. This next bit is fun.
Aisling runs up to like the edge of the ship.
I want to be in the splash zone.
Yeah.
I feel like the ship is the splash zone in this case.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
very much so. He guides Dragon's Hope down through these outer areas, and you watch as he goes straight forwards towards what looks like a cliff face with a waterfall going down it. As he does, the token gets brighter and brighter, and then it pushes through. Anyone on deck gets wet, unless they find a way to protect themselves. And you
Eugene
push-
just blinks into the ethereal plane. So I can still see everything, I'm just not going to get wet.
Smart.
Eugene, that's cheating.
Amazing.
I love that as we come through, everyone is soaked and it's just a perfectly clean Eugene.
Ethereal plane round here is weird.
Uh-oh.
It is. No, it's safe. It's perfectly safe, but it's full of sea creatures, as you would expect them to be. Things that you would see as skyfish are slightly different versions, like octopi and shoals of ethereal creatures, and even something strange and snake-like that kind of wiggles up to you to have a closer look and then slips away again.
Making friends with sky snakes.
Ethereal
as-
skies.
Ethereal.
Ethereal sky snakes. My new
As-
punk band.
As the elemental energies of the plane of water, leak in through the ethereal plane here. Out the other side you come, and you come face to face with the true Idea's Reach. Beautiful, twisted rocks that look like someone has driven a meteor through them, encompassing large jungle-like features, waterfalls aplenty, a cacophonous sound of life, of birds and strange creatures, the occasional roar of something ferocious and predatory. Many, many islands, some of them nearly as big as Cloud's Cairn, floating around, each little tiny pockets of their own ecocultures. And beyond that, you see little sky vessels. Not quite as unique or as highly developed as yours, but skiffs with aether stones attached to them, and small ships, all manned with bright colours, and people dressed in very plain and simple clothes who are just going about their day. From where you are, Aisling, Eugene, and I think all of you actually, you can make out collections. A lot of them seem to be Aragana, the lizard folk of the Scattered Lands. Different sizes, some of them tall like the woman you just saw, some of them small and like you have met before as well. You see a lot of Aarakocra, like plumed with beautiful bright colours and wonderful long beaks. Some of them more eagle-like, as you have come to meet before. You see there are humans here, as there are, dressed in wonderful, wonderful robes with simpler technology, as if committed to trying to keep this place as natural as possible. As you watch, one of them pulls vines up to bring their ship, and you realise there is a commune of druids here. And at the outer edge, you hear a howl, and another, and another. Excuse me a moment.
What's that?
Sudar steps around the wheel and watches as Akiza just takes it in hand, and unfastening his jacket a little bit to give himself some more room, puffs up as hard as he can and ushers out a humongous howl.
Whoa.
Answers here, there, everywhere. We are welcome, and we are welcomed in peace.
What just happened?
Sudar just let his people know he is back.
That's so cool.
But we can I will deal with that myself, for I have a homecoming I am long overdue. In the meantime, I would like to deposit you with some friends who will take care of every single need you have.
Okay.
And starts pushing towards a particular island. As you get there, you notice that there is one of these waterfalls that kind of comes down onto a hill, like a small mountainous place. It kind of rivers down and creates multiple rivers which have sandy edges to them. There is something of a brightly coloured village sitting in the middle of one of them. And as you get closer, you recognise the peoples who make up that village. Tall, powerfully built, beshelled, slow-moving, but very patient. This is a turtle village.
Cool.
Yes. Yes. I love
You-
turtles.
Drift closer and immediately a few flutes start playing. Akiza nods to the crew, and one of them pulls out a small flute and whistles back, and they guide you in. As you settle down, you realise this is a village totally of turtles. Different colours, blues, greens, greys, a couple of redder looking ones, big
Total-
shells, some
Turtle territory.
turtle territory. They are cheering and whooping as you come in close. Right. The ship will remain here. I will take the skiff. Akiza, please make sure you rest. She smiles. All of you, and he kind of looks to you, including you bosses, enjoy the hospitality and welcome to the village of Kestkamir, which in the turtle tongue means the sun winds.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing us here.
It is
Yeah,
absolutely
this is
my
nuts.
pleasure.
Have we ever seen sand before, or is this a completely new texture to all of us?
You stood on sand before. You stood on it in Parshkikk.
Oh
Yeah,
Okay,
remember
good.
remember where the gnome was fishing into what we later found out was supposed to be sea.
Okay, all right, cool. I didn't know whether we could just be like, what the fuck is this?
There are places through, even inland in the UK, there are places where natural beaches form around riverbanks and things like that as well. So
Good point.
they're not unknown; they're just not very common. There's no coast as such generally, but this is the closest thing you would have to it, and it does look beautiful. There's this place is set up It is a village, first and foremost, but it is set up with spaces to rest and relax and consider. There are mountain trails that go into the forest behind them, and the general energy is very much like it's kind of a do-your-own beach holiday, but everyone here will help you kind of find what you need whilst you're here.
It's like a surfer town.
Yeah.
I love it.
In fact, you do see some of
also-
them do have like skyboards, which they are using to
Cool.
ride on the winds.
Oh yeah.
I feel that it's necessary that we all think about what our beach outfits look like, because that's going to bring me a lot of joy.
I mean, you're all wearing shift.
Eugene's is like that bit in Sweeney Todd.
I knew you were going to say
Yes.
that. I knew it immediately. Aisling is in like shorts dungarees of like a mad pattern.
I'm just going to give you guys a visual.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is a
Rock's
sort of-
Rock's got like swimming trunks on, but he has like a beach kimono over it.
Of course he does. Is
Yeah.
he actively holding a coconut or not?
No, but he does have a woven tote bag with his stuff in it.
Amazing.
I think Ski is wearing one of those. It's obviously black, but it's a swimsuit that looks like it's just a bunch of straps, and you're like, how do you get into that? Do you know what I mean? Like you hold up, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
But she's just wearing that and like I don't know, some like some sort of wrap or something, and big sunny shades.
Oh my god,
Wonderful.
Ski would look so good in big,
But-
like,
but she's
Hollywood
got-
star shades.
Yeah.
But she's got like a diving knife strapped to her upper thigh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I should have said that. Yeah, it's is it a Halle Berry in
Yeah.
the Bond movie? Yeah, it's that but in
Yeah,
a black
yeah.
swimsuit.
Bomb
Yeah,
girl
totally.
Definitely.
Wonderful. As the ship kind of settles, several of the turtles have kind of split off from the rest of the village, and they are throwing ropes up to Odd Bob and the others who are tying it off, keeping the ship stable. But she doesn't moor like she would in elsewhere, because they don't really have anywhere for a ship this big to stop. So she's kind of just hovering like a kite. Rope ladders are thrown overside, and some of the crew sort of start going down. One of them that looks a little nervous, who you don't see very much, is the ship's medic, Keanu, who just kind of is hovering a little bit back. And I think Paprika comes and puts an arm around them. And they kind of whisper for a second, and Keanu nods, and then kind of goes, braves forward to climb down. It seems, let's have an insight check of anybody who wants it.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you do that anyway. Oh, no, that's not.
I got 18.
18's good.
I got 11.
You have
24.
no idea. 24.
Oh boy.
Rock and Eugene, the energy you kind of giving, this is somebody who is nervous around other turtles. Either they haven't got a lot of experience around other turtles, or there's an expectation from their people that they are not prepared to face yet. But they don't feel unwelcome. They're just nervous to kind of talk to their people at the moment. It's kind of that whole sort of going back and your aunts and uncles going, how's your job? You married yet? That sort of thing.
Oh god.
When are you going to settle down and find a nice man?
Um,
Never.
very nice men.
They crew disembark as much as they possibly can and allow you space to do so as well. At the base there is one slightly older looking turtle with a headdress made of like colourful straw that's kind of tied back in two hoops behind the head, who has a big bright coloured sash and is the first to greet you and comes forward. I am the village elder Kess, and I welcome you to our humble village. Welcome,
Hello.
friends of Suda.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's very beautiful here.
Thank you. We try to keep it safe as possible. And we love it here. Are you looking to relax and enjoy some time away from your troubles?
What a lovely idea.
Yes. Yeah. But also, I kind of want to go exploring a little bit, if that's okay. Is there anywhere I'm not allowed to go?
No, everywhere is open to our friends. Just treat the island as a respected friend, and it will take care of you in turn. It is very nice to see a fae, let alone two, so far south. Do not see many of your kind.
Thanks. I have made friends with like one of you guys too, ages ago.
Oh, there are many of us out there. Maybe
Do you
we
know?
have
Do you know
met.
him?
All
Do you know
turtles
him?
know each
You
other.
all know each other, right?
Yeah. Yes, we are many and spread among you, but this is the best place to find our kind. What is the name of your friend?
Chris is gonna have to remind me of what.
Orihim.
Orihim, that's it.
There's a
Orihim.
chuckle from one of the female turtles nearby. Well, well, well. It seems you are not just friends of Suda, True Shot, but of Orihim the True.
Oh, I didn't know that last name.
Um,
That's a good thing.
I am Ranal, says the female. I
Hello.
am Orihim's sister.
Hi! Hello!
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm curious that you would have met my brother. This is a big land.
Yeah, we met on a ship like just after I left an island to come over to Cloud's Cairn and be a great adventurer.
It is heartening to hear that he is doing well. Is he happy?
Last I saw him, yeah.
That is good. Many of our kind leave on journeys to understand the world. Some return, but not all. Some find their own lives. But that is good too. So, I will show you around. And kind of starts walking slowly. And it's a very, I'm afraid that it is that middle walk between...
Oh boy. Ashling's very much the player character. Sprint, then walk slowly.
Yeah.
Sprint, and then walk slowly.
Come on.
Eugene's got a gay walk that
Mashing
can't get
A.
past.
Like, come on. Speed it up, buddy.
Rock's trying not to do lots of.
God.
If your bodies are tired and need refreshing, the gentle touch of Aurelia over there, it kind of points to a big tent which has a few turtles hanging around outside. I can recommend. They have tended to many different peoples and they are experienced and capable. If you wish to go further, we have the wonderful thicket. And he kind of points to a younger looking turtle with who's got a bandolier of quite sharp looking stone blades. They are a scout and a guide, and they enjoy nothing more than going forward into the lands to find more. You are in luck. The coming of Sudar means that our friends of Argren will descend upon us soon, and for trade and time to relax, they are an energetic and kind people. Maybe a little fast for some of us olders, but they are always welcome. And it will probably mean that some of the Aragana will come for curiosity. So, I should imagine tomorrow night we will have a large festivity which you can enjoy as your want. Though do not feel pressured if you wish to not be forced into social circumstances. That is our way too.
Why can't everyone on Earth ever say that? For fuck's sake.
Kind of takes you around. There's like a few wonderful places to kind of grab some food. It's all local people who enjoy cooking and kind of have their own cuisine and things like that. They catch a lot of skyfish, forage a lot of things from the local, from the island itself. And they have a few different cuts of meat and things that they've clearly traded for from larger beasts. It's alcohol, like they brew their own. It's probably a bit moonshiny, but it's good.
Nice.
You mix it with fruit, it's fine.
Yeah. Then it's healthy, then it's a salad.
I think Rock's probably just like in full like enjoying the local everything kind of mode. So literally if there's like different food, food stands or little restaurants or little places where you can go and try things and stuff, I think he's literally just like, oh yeah, I'll go and have one of those, and then be like, oh, that's interesting, let's go over there and try that one, and just like going into full on like let's explore and partake of everything that's here kind of thing.
Can Aisling come with you? Because that's very much what she would want to do as
Oh
well.
god, yeah. Especially, if any of the turtles are walking particularly slowly.
I'll
I'll be able to catch up, so I'm just going to pop over there and try some of that and then come back.
Vision of Keth kind of slowly walking along, and there's basically Eugene being polite because Eugene always is, and then the other three are just disappearing off and then coming back and then disappearing off and going back.
And we come back with different items, different food, different hats.
Yeah, totally.
He walks you up a hill.
Oh god, it's going to go even slower.
Funnily enough, his pace is very steady. The rest of you kind of probably get a bit too like I know you're all very fit because you live an adventurous life, but even you're like,
how dare.
okay, this is a lot of hill. But he's steady.
Just powering ahead.
Just powering on.
Do you know, I feel like there's a parable in here somewhere.
He gets to the top, and here is where we talk to the ancestors or any other beings that you show divinity to, if that is your thing. Or some of our druid friends come here to commune with nature itself. And there's these beautiful wooden totems, which are all carved with different animal, looking very familiar. There are 8 animals: a bear, eagle, a cat, a fox, a wolf, and others as well.
Aisling is having to resist the urge to... Have you got a moment to talk about our Lord and Saviour, the Horned King?
What,
Just
you
give you
mean?
this pamphlet.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't
Yeah,
had
I've got
pamphlets
some
done yet?
literature.
Oh,
No,
you
I've got
have, yeah.
some literature. Would you be interested in signing up to our newsletter?
Amazing. Now, I will not take up much more of your time. Accommodations will be prepared for you and your crew. You are welcome to engage as much as you need to, and I am around if you have questions, or any of the other villagers will happily help if they can. Except for Old Grok. He is a little wary around strangers and has set ways. Maybe avoid him. You will see him.
Okay.
Ashling immediately wants to go and talk to him.
Straight
Old
away.
Greg.
It's old Greg.
I can make him friendly.
Is he going to show us his downstairs mixer?
Where do we find the Baileys in a shoe? Is it nearby? Or...
And he starts making his way back down the hill.
Thank you, bye!
Thank you.
You're welcome. A
mean-
pleasure to meet you all.
We'll probably be back down before he is.
This is so cool.
It is actually really lovely, isn't it?
This is amazing.
Skia, you okay there?
You okay?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So
Can I insight check Skier, please?
I'm so relaxed.
Okay, that's a 21.
I think it's just you've just like Skier's not really stopped doing what she would normally do when she's like watching rock. Do you know what I mean? Like
Uh-oh.
she's not off duty. She is she's dressed the part, but it's like
Yeah.
watching everything.
She's still on high alert and
Yeah.
aware
Still got her
of
earpiece in.
everything.
Yeah. Every piece is in.
Right, should we?
Updating Eugene from time to time with nonsense. Like 12 o'clock, what's up?
Wait, my 12 o'clock or yours?
The little flying squirrel just jumps from tree to tree and is kind of looking at Skier as it goes. What? What's your problem?
What if it's a drone? Get it, quick.
God, no, we're not supposed to kill things here. Remember.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, should we like maybe find somewhere to set up and you know a little sort of base camp for the day?
Yeah.
Somewhere with a nice view.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, Skier. Like, there's no rush to like chill.
Oh, okay.
You can, yeah, it's okay. Like, you don't have to do all the things we're gonna do or anything like that. You can do whatever. makes
Well,
you
let's-
most comfortable.
Let's start by all just chilling out for a bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, great.
Now that you're in the village, you can see that those longer sand bits, that where these streams come out, are actually quite big open areas, and you can easily set up and set up a small camp to just relax there for the day. If you
Yeah,
want
Skier,
to.
what about the open bit? No one can hide.
You
Like,
can
don't have to-
you can see
you don't have to
anyone
worry.
coming for miles.
Yeah. Yeah,
We can't hide.
but that's okay. Because there's nothing to hide from.
We'll be fine. Come on, let's just
To think.
come along. I'm just gonna hook my arm in Skier's and just like literally walk her with me, and then I'm gonna put down some towels and stuff so that we set up our little camp. And then I'm gonna change my mind, pull them all up, and walk like 100 meters that way. Do it again.
Of course. Yeah.
Do that probably 3 or 4 times until I find a spot where I'm okay
It's
with
got to be
everyone.
right.
Yeah.
It's like
Gotta
going
be
to the
right.
beach with my relatives.
And then I'm just going to like sit down and literally pull Skier to just sit down next to me and just be like, right, would you like something to drink? I brought some drinks.
Yes, that is the only way I'm going to relax.
Great. And I will just pour some drinks from the bottles that I have brought and probably like put in a slice of fruit that I got from one of those stalls on the way up.
Nice.
There we go. Look, it's tropical. Drink it.
Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Should take this. drink.
So we're here. We're on the beach. Now what?
I just pull Eugene down next to me. This is what we do. Am I doing it? And I look to Rook.
Yep, no, you're doing very well.
Am I doing
and,
beach?
and we don't have to do it for very long, but it's just so that we can take a minute to just sit and breathe and just look around. It doesn't mean you can't read, Eugene. It's fine. I know you brought several books. Apparently strapped to you all in tiny sizes. But anyway,
It's just quite bright out here.
you've got the widest brim out of anyone's hat I've ever seen.
Parasol!
Right.
Parasol! We need a parasol! Can I look around for the
Sun
nearest?
makes the pages so bright.
Oh wait,
Not-
here,
Can I
here.
grab a big leaf or
There's
something?
not parasite, but you can see several of the villages have these kind of like little stacked podiums that kind of create like a shadowy, not podiums, like wind breaker that kind of skim over the top to provide a little bit of cover
Where do I
as
get one
well.
of them? Get one of them.
Well, probably over there where they've got loads of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go get one. Back a sec.
Okay.
Ashley runs. Her hooves are very bad on the sand, so she falls over a lot. But she
Actually, I
doesn't
think
care.
I don't know. I feel like she'd be fine on the sand. Like, hooves are quite good on the sand, I think.
Maybe she's bad initially, and then she
Yeah.
gets used to it.
It gets
I
fast.
mean, she's only got little hooves.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
not got big old camel hooves.
No.
That's true.
Yeah, she comes back with one of those things and pops it over Eugene. There you go.
Oh,
Is that better?
that's much better. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna build a fort, and she starts using mold earth to create really elaborate sandcastles.
That is the best use of mold earth.
Jeez. I didn't know you could do that.
Do you want to do it?
Well, I don't think I can do it like that, but
No, you can do it like normally anyway. And she just starts like whacking bits of sand onto other bits. It's
She
shit,
spends
but
like
it's fun.
5 minutes like doing one, and then just looks at the insanely good ones you made with all that. Goes, no, I'm good. Sits back.
Oh. Well, another one. Okay, what about dig a massive hole?
Why?
Well, then you've got somewhere to hide.
'Cause-
I mean, you said we needed somewhere to
Then
hide.
you've made a massive hole and you can fill it with water or shells or yourself. You can just sit in it and then you're in a hole.
Well, when you put it like that, how can anyone resist?
Because right now you're not in a hole, but you could be in a hole.
I'm not, but I can't dig and drink, so.
What about I'm gonna cast Mage Hand? And it'll hold
my drink.
Skiers. This creepy chicken foot will hold Skiers'
Oh,
drink.
it's okay.
Why do I have a feeling that, like, as soon as Aisling casts Mage Hand and this hideous giant chicken foot appears, that, like, the nearest people to us just scream as they see it? Like,
I think the nearest people are a bunch of kids who are like poking at sand and things like that, and they kind of have been kind of casting looks at yours because you're interesting and new. And I think when that appears, they do the whole sort of ew when it kind of
Can
appears.
I cast Mold Earth to make a sand one appear near them?
They scream in that way that kids who aren't really frightened but pretending to be frightened are, and they run away.
Like that manic, excited scream,
Yeah,
like when they're
exactly.
being chased by each other. Okay,
Yeah, these little talking children.
sweet. Ashley's having a great time. She's a very, very much a beach kid.
See, where they were prodding around, you do see that there is something small moving about.
I'm there.
A cat?
Is it a
what's
cat?
that cat
A beach
doing on the
cat?
beach?
We
Jesus.
found a beach cat.
Come on, beach cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Shit! Guys,
What?
wait.
What?
I'm wearing my pauldrons of the Sun Queen. I'm not gonna get sunburned.
There you go.
Finally!
Something
Profit.
terrible had happened, but
I
you're
know.
sitting there.
Profit
you're
from
sitting
that
there
item
in
we
this-
got ages
Yeah.
ago.
A love that you're sitting there in a like strappy, sexy swimming costume and
These
pauldrons.
massive pauldrons.
You're gonna have the weirdest tan lines, but you're gonna look
Fashion,
awesome.
darling. Fashion.
I'm not gonna have tan lines though because I'm resistant.
Oh,
You're already pretty resistant anyway.
That's true.
oh yeah, it's true. You're feeling.
God.
What colour does Skier go if she gets sunburned?
Bit pinker.
Yeah,
Just a bit
she just
pinker.
like she just goes red. I think like
More infernal.
red, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, gets more infernal.
Yeah. I love it.
As you kind of sidle up to whatever it is that's moving, Ashling, you see this small, little insectoid creature with a hard shell, 8 legs, and big claws, kind of skittering around, walking sideways by the looks of it, trying to find a place to dig itself.
Oh, oh. She's gonna put her hand towards it. Ah! Oh, look!
Take 1 point of piercing damage.
That's what all my temporary hit points are for, picking up crabs. Look, guys!
What is it?
Lingering.
Well, put it down.
No, he's holding my hand. It hurts quite a bit, but it's fine.
Are you okay?
Okay, you
Do you
just.
need me to do anything about it?
I'm gonna put it in the hole.
Okay. I dig some more.
And now we have a crab sanctuary.
Amazing.
Okay. I'll build a little shelf for them to sit on.
Crab shelf.
It's more of a viewing platform.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
You guys settle in and start. Actually, I guess some of you might start properly relaxing, and a chance for all of you to both relax and center yourselves, but also the first time in quite some time where you've been able to stop and just breathe without something immediately urgent in front of you, without some peril or like threat to your safety. I think maybe it's about this time that you realize just how crazy being an adventurer can be.
Our shoulders finally drop from up to our ears.
Yeah.
We've been around like this for a while.
We've all got Terry Crews traps from how tense we've been this whole time.
Strength 8, but Terry Crews traps.
Oh yeah. Ashling's gonna very much focus on trying to help Skier, like, distract her with like innocent curiosity, because she kind of has the idea that trying to get Skier to switch off isn't something that's necessarily possible. But if I could redirect her hypervigilance into something more chill,
Bird
Like-
watching.
yeah, just something that's like still keeping an eye on things, but in like an innocent, curious way instead of a immediate danger way. I think, yeah, that's kind of what Ashling's doing, as well as just sticking about with random animals.
And there are a lot of random animals here. Like,
Oh,
there
she
are-
touches them all. Her temporary hit points are getting rinsed.
Ashton coming back going, "What's this?" with a big jellyfish strapped to her arm.
Her hit points just going.
No. We've got a hero's feast. We'll be fine.
That's what they're for. That's
Jellyfish hate hero's feast. We established it.
We have fucking. Don't we have advantage against poison or some shit? Resistance to poison.
Yeah.
Resistance to jellyfish. Yeah.
Poison
Yeah.
damage
Yeah.
and immunity to the poison status.
Yeah,
can't
and
be
I'm
poisoned.
frightened. I can't get scared of sharks.
Which
can't
means,
get drunk.
may I point out, you can't get drunk.
That's why Ski is so antsy. She's like, why is this not working? I've been drinking.
But I think you can get a buzz from
Okay.
it. I think
I can cast a spell magic if you want.
We need to find the local turtle weed man, and then we'll be alright.
I think he.
Where's the high mage when we need him?
I think Ski is just like, yeah, do it. And then just immediately is like so drunk, she's like, oh, I need this. And then just could just like pass out and like sleep through it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Eugene just rolls you into the shade.
Puts a pauldron on your head.
It's
How much were you drinking? Jesus.
Well,
It's a
she finished one whole bottle.
You know when you've been drinking, you're just having a great time, and then you go to the bathroom and you go,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, and you
When you've been-
put
when you've
your
been-
hands and you're like, whoa.
When you've been sitting drinking in the sun for ages, and then you stand up and you're like, oh, up's not good. No.
Yeah.
I got drunk from the feet upwards.
I think despite trying to get everyone to relax, I think Rock probably takes a long time to actually like properly relax. I think just same thing because he has kind of forgotten how long it's been since he's been able to do that, and he's probably constantly like lapsing back into thinking about stuff and trying to kind of go no, not today.
Yeah.
But I think once he does relax, I think Rock very quickly becomes like just trying to make sure that like everyone's having fun. So I think just lapses into like what they very seldom see him doing, which is just full on like silly mode, and will literally be like flicking sand at people and like hiding a crab in like in Ashling's towel where she's sitting, and like just like, you know, using Mage Hand to like just like push Eugene's hat forward so it's like falling over his eyes every 5 minutes, and like just properly like just constantly trying to make sure that everyone is just like giggling at stuff, and just to really like ensure that people are not focusing so hard on like I need to relax, but are more just like having silly fun that has no real reason or consequence.
Love that.
As it all settles and calms down, you feel yourselves letting go a little bit. And our eyes drift a little ways away, where a dark shadow sits on a mast of a ship, where a small bat is trying to climb up and grab it, complaining the whole way up. Just because I'm the one that can fly doesn't mean that I should have to go up and get every single weird creature that lands on our ship. Yeah, but you got it, as an otter shouts from below. You got it though, haven't you? Just as Pallid reaches it.
Oh my god!
This thing hoops and flies up in a spiral, suddenly locking in, zooming down across the bridge, nearly knocking a raccoon over as it goes. Oh, it's gone! Disappearing, zooming faster now. It goes through waterfalls, through islands. Its target now locked. It knows where it needs to be. It has to get there before they disappear again. Zooming low, it goes faster, through the blue sky sea, in through the waterfall, which it is not affected by, which is strange, across the rocks towards a familiar looking island with red masted flat buildings and many turtles. It goes along the beach. Skier, you're asleep. You missed this. Passive perceptions of Eugene, Aisling, and Rock, please.
19.
19,
18.
18,
Passive what perception?
perception.
30.
Also, sorry, just real quickly. If you all die now, this is why Ski doesn't relax.
Oh no! That would be tragic if the one
Oh my
time
God,
she lets
Skier
her guard
wakes
down,
up.
we're all dead. Nuh-uh. That's her villain arc right there.
Yeah, she will destroy this world.
Eugene, you spot it first, but it's too late to do anything about it, as this dark, shadowy form darts along the water at an incredible speed, heading straight towards you. As it zooms up and unfolds, it turns into this large, black, shadowy bird with two bright pairs of eyes. Eugene Appleby Zillman, I bring you a message. And that is where we're going to wrap for today.
Nah, bitch. Bitch. God
I
damn.
preferred the male birds.
Yeah, me too.
Those were much better than that, whatever that is.
Eldritch email crow.
This must be. This is like when you get something from your bank. I do not like this. Thank you.
HMRC.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say it's HMRC Nightmare Bird.
That's how I envisaged HMRC male sounding
Yeah.
when I open it.
It's time to do your tax return.
Time to do your taxes.
Oh
This
boy.
has been a very fun episode with
It has.
lots of opportunity for some role playing and catching up and things, and it's much needed.
I like some wholesome, goofy.
Wholesome goodness
Yeah.
as well. We are going to wrap slightly early today because I just don't want to push it too much further. I didn't want to see the guys just kind of having to fill time, so I'd rather finish slightly early. Which just leaves for our friends to tell you where they are. Wrong, Chris. Where they are can be found and what they might have coming up. I'm going to go in reverse order from the start, and I'm going to start with Michelle.
Hi, thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to find me, you can find me at Feline Trickster on most social media things. I am on Blue Sky and things like that. But I don't really post or share my artwork much. If I do, I tend to share it in the Some of the Heroes Discord, so come join us there. And thanks.
Amazing. And what would Skiers Beach drink be?
Oh my god, great question. Long Island iced tea.
Ooh,
Island iced tea.
lovely.
This-
Right,
this
that's
is-
the one that's just spirits and spirits and spirits.
Spirits,
Yeah.
spirits,
Yeah.
Rooney asked what the characters' drinks would be. Moving next along, Theo.
Hello, it's me. You can find my stuff on my website, which is theoblueillustration.com, and there's links there to find me on social media if you want. And Eugene's beach drink, I don't know what he would have. Probably some kind of cold brew tea.
That sounds really nice.
Classy.
Wonderful. Charlie.
Yes. CharlieVince.com. There's a link to my Blue Sky and my Instagram on there. I have deleted Instagram off my phone because I hate it.
Because why not?
Because fuck it, and it was making me all stressed and depressed. So I will occasionally check it, like in browser, but I'm not going to be that active on it. Sorry about it. But you can have a look at Charlie V, which is my slightly spookier one as well. And you can also, I have copies of it now. You can pre-order
So
this
cool.
Salamander Song, which is the latest book
It's
that
so
I got to
pretty.
work on. And it's
It's
very
huge
pretty.
as well. I thought it was smaller. It's like really big
And it's all hardback with a dust cover and everything.
So fancy.
fancy, man.
So yeah, if you just look up Salamander Song with my name, it'll come up. Pre-order it from anywhere other than Amazon. Get your local bookshop to do it. And yeah, I think that's it for my artsy stuff. Other than hi, mum, love you, mum, of course.
Hi, Charlie Mom.
Wonderful.
Oh, and my drink is Ashling's drink is a blue slushy.
A blue slushy.
Oh,
Amazing.
God.
What color? What flavor is it? Blue.
It's blue.
It's blue.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah.
That's so that Ashling can just run around going bah with a blue tongue at everyone.
Yeah, yeah. And she makes herself real sick because she has too many of them.
Amazing.
That tracks.
And last but never least, would Wayne like to go?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We do appreciate you being here with us and catching up on the YouTube and VOD. We do appreciate you all. You can find my stuff pretty much on all channels under Created by Wayne, just one word, Created by Wayne, and that's on Instagram, YouTube, website. So please do check out my stuff and come and say hi if you would like to. Again, I'm also not terribly active on social media at the moment because it stresses me out. But please do come and say hi. And you can sign up for my newsletter, which is generally filled with lots of creative stuff and lots of encouraging people to be kind and do some good stuff.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That just leaves me. I can be found at Chris Mepham Art wherever your media is social, but you better be looking at Blue Sky or Instagram because otherwise you'll probably miss what's going on because I don't really mess with the others at the moment, although I'm not doing a huge amount on there. I'm also usually, not always, but usually the voice behind at Some Other Heroes in the same places. I don't have a lot coming up because I am a full-time worky type person again at the moment, but so a lot of my time is spent prepping for this, which I love doing and will always do. But if you do want to support us, we have Ko-fi. You can also, we're still allowing Twitch is, we're allowing, Twitch is still allowing subscriptions at the moment and things like that. It would be very much great. It always helps. This will always be a labour of love, and we do not require it, but it always helps us out with buying little bits and pieces like art and music and paying one of these wonderful people to do some stuff for us occasionally when I can as well. Huge thank you to all our friends who hang out regularly. A wonderful welcome to all our new friends we've picked up over the last few weeks. We really do appreciate you coming and hanging with us. A big shout out to our VOD and YouTube community. We see you. We really, really do appreciate the time you spend with us. We know that coming on a live, and particularly midweek, is not always possible for everybody, so we do appreciate that. Other than that, I think we're going to leave it there. I'd like to just say it's wonderful to have you with us. Please take care of yourselves out there. Remember, you are valid, you are wanted, and we love you very much. Roll dice, tell stories, take care of one another.
Love you, bye.
Take care. Bye.